But long story short, it's just a commando socket on either end. Hey guys, I'm Dan Jackson. Welcome to another video. I know I've been very slack with getting videos out. I've filmed loads of stuff. I've edited parts of videos, but I haven't managed to get some out. And when we had the snow, it kind of put me back with stuff because I had loads of extra work to do and stuff like that. And we actually booked a last minute trip, holiday, like 2 weeks off. So I took the opportunity to go away. So we've rented out a motorhome with the wife and kids, and we headed up to the Lake District, and then we went all around Scotland, and we're back in the Lake District now, and then we're sort of shooting off and doing a few other things. So it's been a bit hectic, and you know, at the end of the day, we all work hard and we deserve to have some time off, have some family time, and that's what I enjoy doing, traveling with my family and stuff like that. And for anybody who's interested, I've got another channel which is Our Venture Beyond, which is our family channel. You might be interested, you might not, whatever, but if you are, I'll put a little link up there that you can go to it. So yeah, we're in a motorhome at the minute. I mean, we've been travelling around, we've been doing loads of stuff. I mean, electrics wise, there's not loads in here. It's a gas oven, there is an ignition which requires electric, and also you've got a gas hob. You've got a fridge which can run on battery. I haven't looked up in the manual, but it's actually got a gas sign, so I'm assuming you can run it on gas, which I'm not too familiar how that works. And then we've basically just got lights. There's all sorts of lights all dotted about the place. There's a motor. We've got this bed here which we haven't actually used, but this comes down and it's actually a bed, which is pretty cool, but we haven't used that one yet. And there is, you've got a couple of sockets. You've got this one here which is quite annoying because I'm assuming it's for kitchen appliances, but it's like right above the sink, which just isn't ideal. And then we've also got this socket here for, there's a telly that comes out. And other than that, it's just all lights. Like you've got, I mean, some of them are broken as well, which seem quite cheap. You've got this little LED light here, and then you've got the obvious, the main lights. But in general, there's not a lot in here at all, electrics. And actually, hang on. And you've got these LED lights around the bottom as well. We leave them on actually in the middle of the night for my daughter when she wakes up, which they're quite useful, I suppose. Now, even though I'm not at work, I still get caught up doing a few little things. A client of mine has asked to give them a report, which is for a fire officer. So I've obliged. I mean, I don't like working when I'm away, but for good clients and stuff like that, I will do the odds, you know, if it's needed, and this is needed for a fire officer to sign off some work. So got that out. You know, I think I was working like midnight, something like that, on Saturday. It was something ridiculous like that. But even though I'm not at work, I can't help but look at electric. So I've been looking at the caravan parks, hookup points and connection points. These are the different types of connection points that I found on the on a caravan site. So we've got this one here. It's just got a couple of commando sockets. Obviously the lead is going to the motorhome, but there's no visible earth rod in this one, but they may have done it a different way. We've got this really basic one. See, this hookup is just a standard 16 amp 3-pin commando socket and a lead. Just plugs into here. So I'm just going to take that out and roll it all up. Then we've got this one. And then you get fancy ones like this. See, this post is a little bit different because it's got your commando socket here, but also on the back it's actually got a tap, which is really handy. And I've noticed inside it says heat trace. Obviously it's heated pipe, so it won't freeze, because in the last one it was all frozen, so we had to run a hose out from the main toilet block, and it's got a bollard light on top with presumably a photo cell, so that'll turn on when it gets dark. It's quite like this one, so I've just rigged it up. That's all in. And this one also has a little earth pit down there. which is accessible in close proximity. And you've got double pole RCBOs for the hookup point for the motorhome and for the trace heating as well, but you've only got an MCB for the light by the looks of it. And generally we've hired this motorhome, it's just come with, the lead is I don't even know how long it is, it's not that long. I've struggled a couple of times because it seems quite short compared to most. But long story short, it's just a commando socket on either end, so you just sort of hook it up, plug it in, and there you go. And we've also got on board, we've got gas, so we use propane gas that you top up, and you've got the water you've got to top up. So I'll show you the gas. It uses propane gas for heating and hot water. So inside here we've just got two 6 kilograms. That one's actually empty, and you just swap them over when they're ready. You attach it, turn it on, make sure that the valve is on, and that's our gas. And we just swap them out at petrol stations every time we need a top up, so it's pretty straightforward. And I'll show you the water. And when we need water, we just find a drinking water point. I literally just plug the hose in right under the motorhome and just leave it in there to fill up. So yeah, if you install any sort of caravan park connection points or have had any dealings with it, I'd like to hear from you. Put in the comments below, and if that's your line of work, if that's what you do, because you know, it's quite basic really. It's quite basic. All of the ones I've seen seem okay, but it's hard to tell because obviously they need to be TT'd somewhere. It might be TT'd at a connection point, but it also might be TT'd at the distribution end as well. So you know, you can't really tell. I mean, I've noticed that our commando lead is actually broken, so I haven't got any screwdrivers on me, so I've just used my key just to turn up the screw on it because it's becoming loose when you pull it out. So I mean, the sections that are relevant, which I'm going to be looking over, are 708, which is basically hookup points, connection points. You know, it's just things like RCD protection. They can't be connected to a PME system because if there's high risk if you lose a neutral and that sort of thing. And generally it's about the points. I mean, they really vary. Like some really cheap ones are just commando sockets, and some are like, you know, proper four-way poles, and they're all sort of set up. Some have even water in it with trace heating and stuff like that. So, you know, it's pretty cool seeing the different sort of types. You've also got section 721, which is the actual installation within the motorhome. And I haven't looked into this too much, but I noticed this little cupboard under the oven, and it's got the fuse board here, which it's got foil here. I don't like the idea of that, if I'm honest, and that was already there. I've not gone into this one yet. And we've got our fuse board here for the motorhome, and as you can see, you've got single core insulation conductors on the outside, which straight away to me is a no-no, because I believe that is AC 230 volt. Again, I'm going to have to check it out. I haven't got my tools on me, but I just interested to see the layout, because you've got it appears you've got a double pole RCD there, which I can't actually read. That's a C16. I can't actually see what the rating of it is. Let's have a look. That is 30 milliamp. Double pole, and then you've got double pole breakers C13, and obviously they're not labelled. I don't know what they do or whatever, but obviously those single insulated cores outside, I don't like the idea of that, because I've got a 1-year-old little boy who does like getting into cupboards, so he could grab on those. So to me, without looking into it, doesn't look too good at all. But again, if you deal with actually wiring up of these internally, let me know, put in the comments below. So guys, as I tell you all the time, it's been busy. I'm trying to do at least one video a week. I'm trying to do more if I can, but I've got a lot coming up. I've got a lot of emergency lighting projects. I've got more fire alarm projects, and also I'm getting a lot of requests from people saying, can I do a video on how I became an electrician? Now, I have done blog posts on LinkedIn, so I've done some articles which I will put in the descriptions below, which you can have a read. But I will do a video actually about my sort of career path to where I've got and how I got there and what I do now. But also the other thing is, I want to do a Q&A soon, because again, I'm getting lots of requests. A lot of people message me on my Facebook page, Dan's the Engineer, and they're asking for Q&A. So what I want to do is, in this video, if you've got any questions about me, about what I do, anything relating to my channel or anything like that, please put in the comments below your questions. So this is our last night in the motorhome, then it's going back, and then you know, doing some other bits and whatever. I'm going to heat the place up a little bit. We've been on the road for quite a while, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.